Hello everyone, welcome back. I am doing a drill today where I'm incorporating three different things. Um, First thing, coming out of the holster, shooting, reholstering. Second, engaging a second threat. Okay, and thirdly, moving before I engage that second threat. Okay, so let's go through this drill and then we'll talk about some more. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that were happening in that exercise. Um, because I'm practicing three separate things in one exercise, but these are the three most likely things that you're likely to do or need to do if you ever need to use a gun for self-defense. Okay, so number one, you need to come out of the holster and safely shoot. So to do that, hand goes on your chest so you don't shoot your hand. Come out of the holster, pull, rotate, join, extend. Now here's the thing, it is highly likely that when you engage that first threat, it is going to be at almost grappling distance. So basically when we extend, we're going to basically be point shooting that first threat. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now once we do that and we do our scan and assess, now second important feature here is the scan and assess is important because in addition for looking for additional threats, what I'm also doing is I'm breaking tunnel vision. Okay, breaking tunnel vision is important because basically I don't want to be standing here just pointing the gun at somebody I just shot for a number of reasons. First of all, I'm not aware of what's going on around me. Secondly, there's going to be other concealed carriers and police coming onto the scene. I don't want them to see me standing over somebody that's just been shot holding a gun. Okay, so the scan assess is going to basically kickstart my brain to start thinking about what I need to do next. And the most important thing that I need to do next is reholster the gun and cover it up. Okay, I don't want people to see the gun. Okay, when the police arrive, I'll tell them what happened. I'll tell them that I'm legally armed. Okay, but until that time, I don't want people coming onto the scene just seeing me with a gun. Okay, especially in my hands. So the scan assess is going to help kickstart our brain to the next level of thinking what to do. Okay, reholster the gun. Call 911. Start, administering aid. If we need to administer aid to anybody that's been wounded. Okay, so that's one aspect of this drill. The second aspect that's being incorporated into this drill is that we're going from point shooting to iron sights shooting. Okay, because when I engaged that first threat right there, basically that was close enough that I could just point shoot it because I needed to get the shots off really fast. Okay. The second threat, which is basically about 15 feet away from that position, okay, in order to be able to hit the target at that distance, I need to get back on my iron sights. And what will typically happen is when people point shoot the first target, they'll point shoot the second target. So we need to drill, going from point shooting to iron sight shooting, okay? And the third thing that I incorporated into this drill was the movement, okay? Now, the purpose of the movement, okay, was from a practical perspective. There's two reasons for this. Number one, from this position here, okay, when I turn to engage that threat, I have a really bad angle over here because that's a relatively thin target. So I only have like 1 inch to shoot at here. So by moving here, all of a sudden I have 3 inches to shoot at. So that's a practical target shooting aspect of that has been incorporated into this drill. But the practical self-defense aspect is that there might be somebody standing behind that threat that I don't want to shoot. And even if they're not standing directly, they might be off to the side. But simply by me taking a few more, 1 or 2 steps to the side, I'm giving myself a more comfortable margin to shoot at that threat. Okay. And as you saw in this drill, sometimes I went, I acknowledged that there was an immediate threat, and I move to the threat without, just holding the gun in a ready low position and moving to that second threat. I also practice, doing the scan assess, reholstering, then seeing the threat, moving a couple of feet to get into a better position, and then engaging, drawing and engaging that threat. So these are, you want to practice both of these aspects, in this drill. So, and the way I have it set up, this triangle is kind of perfect for this type of a drill, to get you used to, especially going from point shooting to iron sights shooting, because I find that a lot of people often have difficulty, going from point shooting to iron sight shooting. So try to drill out. If you guys have any comments or questions, please post them. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not a member, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.